Say again, sis? Yeah, the Most High is working, man. It's working. Him and his angels, they working. Most High in Christ. You know, I hope we can provoke him to do even more damage and more destruction, because the society absolutely deserves it. The society deserves to be destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? We've been kidnapped and trapped in the basement for so damn long. I pray that the Lord tear the roof off of this house that has had us in the basement. Well, I pray the Lord tear this place apart, because it's time for brothers and sisters to come up out of that basement, man, and start getting some good fresh air, some good righteous fresh air. That's what we need out here. We up on everything. I'm Most High in Christ. We went down. I guess we had some technical difficulties, whatever the case may be. As we were speaking on before, we speak about having courage, and having courage in the Most High God, having extreme courage in the Most High God. Courage. Do you understand? Your courage can encourage. And you got to remember that. You got to be strong in the face of horror, in the face of pain and destruction. You have to stand strong and hold your courage so you can encourage. Get the definition of courage. Salakia. Let's get there real quick. I know I like to get definitions. Let's get the definition of courage.
Courage, the ability to do something that frightens one.
Again.
The ability to do something that frightens one.
Courage means to do something, what?
Something that frightens one.
And the ability to do something when something frightens you. When something frightens you, when something's like, oh man, I don't still go through with it. To have courage. Is there any more in there? Go ahead.
Strength in the face of pain or grief.
Say it again.
Strength.
What?
Strength.
Having strength. Go ahead.
In the face.
In the what?
In the face.
In the face
of pain.
Of pain.
Or grief.
Or grief. To have strength in those times. When you're down, when you're out, when things are not going your way, when you can't find a way out, you can't see a way out, you don't know what's going on, things are effed up. To still have strength during that time. That's courage. Is it more on that? You understand? That's what courage is. To have strength in these times that are effed up and messed up out here.
Right.
You understand? Read the first one again.
Courage.
Uh-huh.
The ability.
The what?
The ability.
That means you got a skill. The ability. Go ahead.
To do something.
To do what?
Something.
Go ahead.
That frightens one.
To do, go ahead.
That's it, sir.
The ability to do something that frightens one?
Go on, sir.
Read one more time.
The courage, the ability to do something that frightens one.
You understand? And still do it even though you're scared. Some people are scared of water. You understand? They are. Some people are scared of like oceans and you know they don't like the water.
Right.
Because they can't swim. So they don't like the water. But what if your child is drowning? Will you jump in the water then? What if your child is drowning?
Right.
Now, your fear for water, that might go out the window. Some people don't like spiders. You understand? But if you have to crawl through a crawl space to get to freedom, would you crawl through with all the spiders in there? Would you do it? Yeah, you're going to do it. And we need that strength right now. Now, that's what courage means. What does encourage mean?
Encourage. Give support.
Say what?
Give support.
Go ahead.
Confidence. Or hope to someone.
To give confidence or hope to someone. You can only do that if you have courage. How can you tell somebody or give somebody some hope or some strength and you don't have none?
Right.
Right? It's simple. How can you lend somebody money if you don't have it?
Right.
Right? How can you give somebody some money, but you don't got no money? So how can you give somebody some hope and strength and all of that if you don't have none? So you're going to have some courage in order to encourage, right? That's brotherhood.
God.
Your strength can make somebody else's weakness strong. You understand?
God.
Now let's go back to 1 Kings real quick, chapter 18.
Chapter 18?
Yes, chapter 18.
Come. Verse 18?
No, chapter 18. Let's start at verse 17 again.
Come. 1 Kings, chapter 18, verse 17. And it came to pass, when Ahab saw Elijah, that Ahab said unto him, Art thou he that troubleth Israel?
Now, we already went over this. He's saying, he's a troublemaker, man. Yeah, they're speaking all that good stuff, telling people to stop smoking and getting high. You understand? Stop celebrating these holidays. Stop worshiping the false gods and do all this other garbage. You ain't telling people that they good. You ain't telling black folks that they're worth something. You troubling us, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And he answered.
Who's he?
He is Elijah.
Elijah, go ahead.
And he answered, I have not troubled Israel.
I have not troubled them at all. Go ahead.
But thou and thy father's house.
You troubled Israel, not me. You troubled Trump, Joe Biden, the CIA, the police force.
Right.
You troubling Israel. You the ones killing us, shooting at 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds, pistol whipping them and beating them. You did it. You did it from Emmett Till on up.
Right.
You did it. You're troubling Israel. You and your house, your family, your ancestors, your people. You're the ones that's troubling us, not me. Him making that statement takes courage.
Right.
That's why we say the white man's a devil. That's him saying it right there. You troubling us, not me.
Right.
You the devil, not me. That takes courage to say. He telling him, and Ahab's in charge. He telling him, no, you troubling Israel. And your family's troubling Israel. And your whole breed is troubling us. Not me. Go ahead.
But thou and thy father's house, in that ye have forsaken the commandments of the Most High.
Yeah, you turn my people against God. Go ahead.
And thou hast followed Baal.
Yeah, you serving some old, you serving Satan. They serving out their flesh and serving you and everything else except for the Most High God.
Right.
You understand? You smoking cigarettes, you're not serving God. You selling crack, heroin, weed, pills, perks, Molly, whatever drug is out there, K2, whatever's out there that's getting people all discombobulated, messed up and high, losing their goddamn teeth at 30 years old and everything else. You don't serve God, and God's not with you.
Right.
That's it. That's it. God's not with you. You can say what you want, but according to the scriptures, man, according to what was written for us, you're not serving God, you're serving your goddamn self, and therefore you're serving the enemy.
Right.
Trump wants you to continue to be a whore.
Right.
He wants you to continue to serve drugs to your people and destroy them. He wants you, that's a part of the plan. That's the Ku Klux Klan plan, and the Aryan Nation, the right alt, and the militias, and all of that stuff that's out there against us. That's the plan, dummy.
Right.
For you to keep doing that to destroy your people. You're helping them doing that. You're helping them. Say you got some wet ass pussy. You're helping. You're helping along with that, making more whores.
Right.
Which means what? More abortions.
Right.
More AIDS. More chlamydia. More gonorrhea. More of it.
Right.
Go ahead, sis. Say again. Syphilis. That's another one. So a whole bunch of things out here. They got some with they got HPV, the hidden killer. Go ahead. Trichomonas. I never heard that one. But damn, that sounds messed up. Trichomonas. That sounds bad. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Man. I'm gonna stick with the Lord on that.
Right.
Stay with the Lord. I don't want no tricky obese. No, whatever that is. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Now, therefore, send and gather to me all Israel unto Mount Carmel,
Uh-huh.
and the prophets of Baal,
Uh-huh.
450,
Uh-huh.
and the prophets of the groves,
Uh-huh.
400,
Uh-huh.
which eat at Jezebel's table.
Now, this is Elijah. Now he's challenging them. He said, you know what? Why don't you gather up all your little false prophets and tell them to come and see me. If you miss what he said, it's 450 of them. It's 450 of them, and it's just Elijah. Brothers want to talk about getting jumped.
Right.
450 of them. Some false fake prophets that claim they love God, but they're eating pork, eating shrimp, having sex with another man's woman, stealing your grandmother's money, living in a lap of luxury as you struggle and smack roaches off the wall with that fan you got in the window blowing hot air in your house, and they're in a nice central air-conditioned home off your grandmother's money, off of your ignorance, and you at home smacking roaches off the wall with that hot-ass fan in the damn window, right, blowing hot air in the house. You sitting there rubbing ice cubes and putting cold rags and everything all on you because it's hot as hell. Right. Yet still the pastor got your money and your time and your mind, more importantly. Let's keep reading.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 20. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel.
So Ahab accepted the challenge. All right, no sweat. You want something? We're going to give you something. This is what he said. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And Elijah came unto all the prophets, came unto all the people, and said, How long have ye between two opinions?
Don't we go outside? We go outside on the street corners and do that. We go outside on the street corners and do that all the time. How long are you going to have two opinions? How long are you going to be confused with this? Isn't Black Lives Matter confused? You know, Black Lives Matter, but they don't support black men. They're all about being lesbians and homosexuals and gays and queers and this, that, and the other. They push that agenda.
Right.
How long can they have two opinions? How long can you do that? How long can you? If Black Lives Matter, why don't you forgive that brother that did something to you? Right. Forgive that sister that did something to you. Don't have no abortion. If Black Lives Matter, don't smoke no more Newports, no more Cools, or whatever cigarettes they got doing out smoking out here. Don't do no K2. Right. Don't do no Molly. Don't do any of that. Don't do none of that if Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter, be against gentrification. Right. If Black Lives Matter. If it matters, be against that. How long are you going to be between two opinions? Keep reading.
How ye between two opinions? If the Most High be.
You can read it as it is. Go ahead.
If the Lord be God, follow him.
If you believe in the Most High God, follow him. And how are you going to follow him? You need to follow people that's following him for real. Because your feelings aren't facts. Right. And this Bible is not about feelings. Who gives a damn how you feel? The Bible's giving instructions. Just like any other father. If I tell my child, clean your room, you think I give a damn how they feel about it? Just clean it. Like I said. That's all. Be in the house by 8 o'clock. Right. You think I care how they feel about that? They should be concerned how I feel about it if they don't listen. Right. Because I'm the one that's going to be doing the punishing. They're not going to punish me. Right? So the Most High God is not about your feelings. So if you want to serve God, You have to serve him and not serve your feelings. Right? We got to be obedient children. Let's keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21 in the middle. If the Lord be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him.
Now, this is the challenge. If the Most High God, if the Most High is real, follow him. If Baal, who you serving, your fake God, that white Caesar Borgia, Muhammad kissing that rock, licking Buddha's stomach, you understand? Doing chants with yoga and all of that. You want to follow all of that stuff? You want to follow, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Pisces. You want to do that? You want to do tarot cards? You want to read your nasty, ashy poems? You want to do that? Right. Go ahead and do it. Well, let's see which one's real. That's all. Let's see what's real. This is black people stuff. Right. Because we always gonna see what's real. We always challenge each other. I don't care what it is. Let's play one-on-one then. Well, let's slap box. Let's do rock, paper, scissors then. We'll play one-on-one right now then. We always gonna challenge and see what's real. We always gonna find out what's real. Right. Well, let's arm wrestle. Let's thumb wrestle something. We're gonna figure this thing out. Somebody gonna be superior in here. You understand? So we're gonna figure it out. Elijah's saying, if God's real, serve him then. If that other thing is real, serve him. It takes courage to do that. Ask yourself, will you stand up against that white Caesar Borgia, that white Jesus that they serve, which is not real, not in the Bible? Will you stand up against Kris Kringle, what his name is, for Christmas? Will you stand up against that? Will you stand up against being a whore, using drugs? Will you stand up against these things? Go ahead. Smoking hookah, I forgot about that one. Smoking hookah, will you stand up against that? Will you fight against that? Elijah said he's going to fight against it. Right. My God is real, and what you're doing is not real. What you're serving is not real, and we're going to prove it. This is what Elijah's bringing to the table. It takes courage to do that, right. And we need that right now. Right. Right now, we need that courage that Elijah had in this moment to challenge anything that's challenging us. Courage. Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21 at the end. And the people answered him, not a word.
They didn't say nothing. They didn't say a damn thing. They were speechless. Well, let's keep going. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I, only remain.
Just read them commas right. Do them commas right. Read again.
Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only remain.
Say it. Slow down. When you see that comma, pause. Read it one more time.
Then Elijah said unto the people, I, even I only.
Say it again.
Even I only.
Say it again.
Even I only.
Even I only. He's standing by himself. And commas is important. You know what I'm saying? Even I only. You understand? He paused right there. He's making it clear. I'm by myself. Go ahead.
Remain a prophet of the Most High.
I'm the prophet of the Most High. That's what he's claiming that. You know why? Because he serves the Most High God and he has courage. Go ahead. Huh? Oh, okay. No sweat. That's That's 611. A little different. That brother's advanced. Give the brother a hand. Brother said, I got the 1611. You know what I'm saying? Most sign class lock it, brother. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Word up. But them commas is important. You know what I'm saying? But you got 1611. Ain't no sweat. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going though.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 22 in the middle. But Baal's prophets are 450 men.
He said, it's me by myself. But it's 450 of y'all. Right? Everybody say, yo, there's strength in numbers. You know, people might think, oh, God's with them because they got 450. It's just him. You know what I'm saying? That's what they might think. Because that's what our oppressor thinks. that his numbers is what's going to get him through. His numbers is what's going to save him. Let me tell you, there is no strength in numbers. The strength comes from the Most High God.
That's right.
You understand? Just like it says in 1 Maccabees chapter 3. You understand? Our strength comes from heaven. It don't come from numbers. You understand that? It don't come from no goddamn numbers.
Right.
Let's keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 23. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks.
2 what?
2 bullocks.
Now, this is the proposition. Let them give us 2 bullocks. What's a bullock? A baby bull. Get a sister hand.
Yeah.
She on point. You know what I'm saying? There you go, sis. Absolutely. So we're gonna give 2 little baby. We're gonna give 2 bulls here, right? That's the proposition. We're gonna give 2 bulls. Go ahead.
And let them choose 1 bullock for themselves.
Now you're gonna choose yours. Go ahead.
And cut it in pieces.
Now you're gonna get your bullock. You're gonna cut up in pieces. You know, chop your meat up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's not unusual, right?
Right.
You cut your meat up. We went out to the southern lands a few months ago. We got a big cow.
Right.
Cut the cow's head off and chop the cow up, and we had some good meat for a long time. Sheep, goats, everything. Lamb. We was eating good, right? So they chopped it up. Go ahead.
And lay it on wood.
Now, take your bullock that you choose, chop it up, and lay it on the wood. Go ahead.
And put no fire under.
Don't put no fire under it, though. So imagine, anybody been to a barbecue before? You know, a cookout? Everybody been to a cookout? You know, you got a grill there. So imagine you taking that meat and putting it on the grill. But you're not lighting, ain't no charcoal lit underneath there. You're just putting it on a dry grill, cold, just putting it there on the grill, right? Or you're taking your meat and putting it on your frying pan, but your stove is not on. You're just laying it there, right? Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 23 at the end.
Uh-huh.
And I will dress the other bullock
Uh-huh.
and lay it on wood and put no fire under.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put my bullock on the grill too, with no fire underneath it. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And call ye on the name of your God,
Uh-huh.
and I will call on the name of the Most High.
Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay meat on these grills. You gonna call on your gods? I'm gonna call on my God. You notice I said you're gonna call on your gods.
Right.
And I'm going to call on my God, right? Let's read that part one more time. One more time.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 24. And call ye on the name of your God.
On what?
And call ye on the name of your God.
Spell gods.
G-O-D-S.
That's plural. You go ahead and call on your gods, right?
Right.
This is what we challenge people outside that want to battle us. You call on your gods. Call on your weed god, your astrology god, your yoga god, your Muslim god, your Buddhist god, your white god. Call on your gods. What we gonna do? Go ahead.
And I will call on the name of the Most High.
I will call the name of the Most High, the only one true living God. You understand? I'll call on him. You understand? Even I'm putting up my one God. It's just me with myself. And I just got one God. I'm battling 450 people, and I'm challenging you for your gods to challenge my one God.
Right.
You understand? It takes courage to do that. Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 24 in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And the God that answereth by fire,
Uh-huh.
let him be God.
Now, your God's answer, then they in charge. You won. You right. Right? That's what we say to U.P.K. That's what you say to your family. I can't believe you celebrate Christmas. Well, show me Christmas in the Bible and I'll stop being an Israelite. They're never going to show it to you. It never happened. Show me where I have to eat pork in the Bible. They're not going. They're going to try to pull something up and say, "See right here, it says the Lord said Thanksgiving for everything. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pull something out there, but no, that's not it. You understand? Everything we believe in, everything that we follow, or everything, they can't disprove it. They can't disprove it. They talking about the star of Molech. That's a star of Molech. They can't prove that. They can't prove that. I can prove this is the seal of David. You know what I'm saying? I can prove this is the shield of David. I can prove that. The star of Molech. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk. But guess what? Nobody can prove what we're saying is wrong. That's all. They think they can. It sounds good, but they can't do it in the long run. They sprint, and we run marathons. You understand? Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 24, ended. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken.
Now, they agreed. No problem. We're gonna do this now. Now it's a battle. It's a battle rap. You know what I'm saying? This is a battle rap right now. I put my meat on the grill, you put your meat on the grill. We're gonna see what God put fire underneath it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you one bullock for yourselves, and dress it first.
Go ahead. Okay. So he said you choose your bullock and you dress it first. You know what I'm saying? Season it up, get it right. Cut it up, make it look good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress it up. You know what I'm saying? And you put it on the grill. I'm saying grill so we can understand what's going on. This takes courage to do what he's doing right now. Don't forget, it's just him and 450 other people. You understand? You can imagine all the noise and all the noise that's going on right now. People probably are talking against them and chastising them and heckling him and all of that. 450 people.
Right.
It's just him by himself. Just him and just his God. You understand? It takes courage to stand with the Most High God. You looking at it right here. Right? Let's keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 25, the ending. For ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under.
Now, what does that mean? What he just said? For ye are many, and call the name of your gods, but put no fire underneath there. Go ahead.
He's letting them know that it's a bunch of y'all here. Y'all gonna call on y'all God, so he should be able to hear you. So you don't put no fire under it, but call on your power that you think is your power.
Right.
There's a lot of y'all. He should hear y'all.
Yeah, so there you go. He's being funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of y'all. He should hear you. Y'all got a lot of voices. There's a lot of voices. You know what I'm saying? He should hear you loud and clear. Keep going.
Verse 26. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning.
From what?
From morning.
From what?
From morning even until noon.
Until what?
Even until noon.
Oh, they call from the morning time all the way to noon. You know what I'm saying? All the way to noon. Now, what's the morning time? Morning time. Let's look at it in our little time here. What's that? 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. You know what I'm saying? That's a good 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't break it down like that. But either way, it was a good amount of time from the morning until the noon. They called on their gods. They called on the astrology god. They called on white Jesus. They called on Muhammad. They called on Buddha. They called on, what's the weed god? Shiva, or whatever. What is that? What's the weed god? What are the weed gods? Don't say Shiva or some garbage. They got the weed god. Don't say Shiva or some one of them Shiva, some garbage. You know what I'm saying? They called on Haile Selassie. They called on all of them. Jah and whoever that is. They called on all of them. You know what I'm saying? They called on them. From the morning to the noon, they got called on. Let's see if they came. Go ahead.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 26 in the middle. Saying, oh, Baal.
Oh, Buddha. Who?
Oh, Baal.
Oh, white Jesus. Who?
Oh, Baal.
Oh, Salah Yalassi, and all of that garbage. Go ahead.
hear us.
Hear us. Listen to us. Go ahead.
But there was no voice.
Oh, say it again.
But there was no voice.
There was nobody answered. Why Jesus didn't answer? Why Jesus didn't answer? And that's the problem. We praise it. We're trying to serve white Jesus. That's why 12-year-olds are getting shot.
Right.
And 15-year-olds are getting shot. And 64,000 black women are missing.
Right.
Because we're calling on a fake, false God that's just not there. Keep going.
Nor any that answered.
Nobody answered. Nor any of them. None of them answered. None of them answered. They called on, what was it? GODS? They called on multiple gods. Nobody answered.
Right.
None of them. Keep going.
And they leaped upon the altar which was made.
They jumped up there like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I'm saying? They leaped up on there. They were shocked why Jesus wasn't real. Shocked that Muhammad wasn't real. The whole point is this. Yeah, those are fake gods they serving. Elijah had courage to do this. Just one man. That's all God needed, was just that one man. And he knew it, and he stepped forward, and he did it. You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 27. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked.
He did what?
And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them.
What does it mean to mock somebody? No, that's what everybody thinks it means.
It's to antagonize jokingly.
Right, to antagonize jokingly, to make fun of them. You understand? To make fun of them. That's what it means to mock somebody. To make fun of them. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it means. So he made fun of them. Let's see how he made fun of them. Keep going.
And said, cry aloud.
Cry louder. Speak louder. They probably can't hear you. Talk louder. Buddha might hear you if you talk louder. Muhammad might hear you. White Jesus might hear you if you talk a little louder. Speak louder. Go ahead.
And said, cry aloud. For he is a God.
He's a God. For sure he'll hear you if you just cry a little louder. He'll hear you. There's 450 y'all. Y'all just not loud enough. Talk louder. Keep going.
Either he is talking.
Oh man, he must be busy. He's on the other line. He's on the other line right now. Maybe he must be busy. He's talking. He can't hear you because he's talking right now. He's mocking their God. He must be talking right now. Yo, the mummies, the Kemet mummies, they must be talking right now. Yo, let me ask you a question. With all this coronavirus, where the hell is the Kemet gods at? Where's men and all of the garbage that they do with the whole rod in their mouth and all that? Where they gods at, man? Where Kemet God at? Where they gods at? I didn't know what happened. They should surely cure this. Where they at? You understand what I'm saying? What's going on with them? Where they at? I ain't seen no. Where's the mummies at? Where they at? Nowhere. Keep going.
Verse 27 in the middle. Or he is pursuing.
Oh, he's doing so. He's busy. He's out running chores. He's out running chores, man. He's busy right now. He can't hear you. Keep going.
Or he is in a journey.
Oh, he's traveling. He's traveling. Yeah, that nigga went to Hawaii. That nigga's surfing or something. He's traveling right now. He can't even hear you right now. He's busy, yo. This is what he's saying about their God. He's on a journey right now. Nigga busy, man, on a hammock somewhere, swinging on the sand at the blue water, chilling with your wife. Go ahead.
Or prevention, he's sleeping.
Oh, man, he's tired. He must be getting rest. That's probably why he can't hear you, because he's getting rest. Buddha can't hear you. Muhammad can't hear you. That's why the churches are closed and the Muslim mosques are closed and all that. You know why? Because their God is sleeping.
Right.
Their God's on a journey. Their God's talking to other people or something. In the UPK, guess what? Shocker. We were never closed.
Right.
We were never closed. It was always open. Gave the address for you to come. All across the earth. We were open all the time. All the time. I would say a little more, but I'm not even going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it. But we've been in here together, breathing on top of each other safely.
Right.
That's all I can say. Church closed down. They could have made precautions. They could have put 6 feet tape in the church, them big churches. And you could sit here and have multiple services. Only 12 people at a time at the service. If the pastor's dedicated to giving the word of God, you could have multiple services all through the goddamn day. You could have services from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. all day. And just make sure everybody come and get some of this word. He closed the church and told your grandmother to cash app it. Told your grandmother, who can't change the goddamn channel on the cable box, to cash app it. Let's keep going, man. It's fucking, excuse me, sad, man. Keep going.
Right.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 27. At the ending, or pre-adventure, he's sleeping and must be awakened.
He got to wake up, man. He ain't got no alarm clock. He got to get up. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And they cried loud.
They did what?
And they cried loud.
They cried even louder. You know what I'm saying? They cried even louder. Go ahead, man.
And cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances.
Go ahead.
So the blood gushed out upon them.
They started to slice themselves, man. You know we don't do that in Israel.
Right.
We don't make no marks on our body. They started to cut themselves. You understand? You know why they started to cut themselves? Because they wasn't serving the one real God. That's why they started to cut themselves. You understand? Thinking that fake God might have some mercy on them. See, they bleed or something. No, it don't happen. You know who else cut themselves? How they did that? Muslims flying planes in the buildings and blowing themselves up.
Right.
Garbage like that. You know, cutting themselves, so to speak. Excuse me. Let's keep going.
Verse 29. And it came to pass, when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice.
There was what?
That there was neither voice.
They didn't hear nothing. Go ahead.
Nor any to answer.
Say it again.
Nor any to answer.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Nor any that regarded.
Nobody came. It was over. You understand? Nobody came. Let's keep going.
Verse 30. And Elijah said unto the people, Salakia, and Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me.
Come close to me. Come hear what I'm saying. Come watch this. Go ahead.
And all the people came near unto him.
Because everybody just seen these other people fail. They seen them fail. What Elijah's doing takes extreme courage, and you must have this courage now. Them people that he's battling, that's your mother. That's him. You better be crazy for Mosai. You better be crazy for God. Yeah. You should be crazy for God. You should be a fanatic, a radical. Because by you doing it, another young black brother's going to do it too. You understand? Another young black brother or sister is going to do it too. You understand? Just like Elijah did this, we're reading about it now. Let somebody read about you. You understand? Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 30. And Elijah said unto all the people, unto me, and all the people came near unto him. And he repaired the altar of the Most High that was broken down.
Yeah, because they hopped up on top of it and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So he repaired it, fixed it. Go ahead.
Verse 31. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the sons of Jacob.
You heard that? He put 12 stones up there. Go ahead.
unto whom the word of the Most High came.
Go ahead.
Saying, Israel shall be thy name.
You understand? He up there representing. He put them 12 stones up there to represent the 12 tribes of Israel, who he knows that the Most High God is with, a real God. Now, do you know that, black man, that the Most High God is with 12 tribes of Israel? Do you know black, Latino, Hispanic man, woman, and child, Native American man, woman, and child, that you are a part of the 12 tribes of Israel? What Nick Cannon said, he was right. He was a sucker for apologizing. Do you know that fake Jew, that white man who says he's a Jew, that he's not the 12 tribes of Israel? Do you know that? You should know it, and you should represent it. You should represent it all the way. That you are the royal people walking on the face of this earth.
That's right.
That you're the best things walking on the face of earth, and God said it. Your Christian church ain't gonna tell you that. Your Muslim mosque gonna tell you the children of Israel are the chosen people of God. It says it in the Quran. It says it in the Quran. So why would you want to deal with a second-hand religion like that? You should come on home. Haile Selassie and all that with the Rastafarian garbage. You know why he's so important? Because he came from the so-called seed of King Solomon. Well, King Solomon is an Israelite. And sidebar, he did not come from the seed of King Solomon. But he gets props for coming from the seed of King Solomon, who's our people. Why would you want to follow a stinking Ethiopian then?
Right.
When you are an Israelite. You understand what I'm saying? Why would you want to do that? And Elijah had all the way courage in that. He knew that he was a part of a family that was chosen by God. We have to know that. During this coronavirus, we have to know it. During these earthquakes, we have to know it. Because we failed. We didn't know it during AIDS. We didn't know it during crack. We didn't know it during heroin. We didn't know it then. We need to know it now. We need to know it right now. This is the time right now to know it. And not just know it, but have courage in it. Right. And stand on it. Right? Let's keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 32. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Most High. And he made a trench about the altar.
Say it again.
And he made a trench about the altar.
What's a trench? Come on, y'all. What's up?
A trench is like a dug hole in the ground.
Right. It's like a pit. You know what I'm saying? A round pit. They used to, for castles, they used to build a trench around it. So when it's wartime, people can't get to the castle. You understand what I'm saying? So they build a trench around. Normally it's full of water. Right? Let's keep reading. Let's read more about this trench. Matter of fact, hold on. Just get the definition. You're right, but I want the definition of it.
It says a long trench, a long narrow ditch.
That it? It is a long narrow ditch. Absolutely. That's it. No sweat. That's good enough. It's a long narrow ditch. Ditch. Normally has water in it. Normally. You understand? Go ahead. That's something different. Don't sweat it. That's good enough. A long narrow ditch. Normally it's full of water. Right?
He built an altar in the name of the Most High.
Go ahead.
And he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. And he put the wood in order and cut the bullock in pieces.
He cut the bullock up in pieces. Go ahead.
And laid him on the wood.
He put him on the, for teaching purposes, he put him on the grill. Go ahead.
And said, fill 4 barrels with water.
Fill what?
Fill 4 barrels with water.
He said, yo, fill 4 barrels with water. Go ahead.
And pour it.
And do what?
And pour it on the burnt sacrifice. And on the wood.
What did he just do? Go ahead.
He poured the water on the bullock.
He did, yes. Yes, he did. He did pour water on the bullock. You're absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? What else did he pour water on? Go ahead.
He poured the water on the wood as well.
Yeah.
On the wood. So just imagine you at a cookout. You got the big grill. We take 4 big buckets of water, big garbage cans of water, and pour it all in the grill with the charcoal and all. We pour it all in there. Are you gonna light a fire to that? How can you? It's full of water now, right? So he poured 4 big buckets, big barrels of water on the grill. I'm saying grill just for teaching purposes. Poured it all on the grill. He drenched it, right? Keep going.
Verse 34. And he said, do it the second time.
Oh man, what did he say there? What did he say there?
Like, I mean, he told him to do it again.
Do it again. You know what I'm saying? You pour 4 big buckets, make it 8. Do it again. Go ahead.
And they did it the second time.
Hold on now. Go ahead.
And he said,
What? Go ahead.
do it the third time.
Dang. That's 12 buckets we up to so far. 12 buckets. Go ahead.
And they did it the third time.
And they did it the third time. That's 12 buckets he poured on it. 12 barrels of water he poured on that grill, on that meat. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 35. And the water ran about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water.
Now, he poured so much that that thin, narrow ditch he built filled up with water. That's how much water he poured on there. Go ahead.
Verse 36. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it known this day that thou art
Go ahead.
God in Israel.
That thou art the power in Israel. Let him know. He prayed. He said to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, to the God of them, let it be known that you are the power. Let it be known that you're the power. It takes courage to do that. But guess what? You face this every day. Don't get a shape up. Let them know that the Most High God is the power.
Right.
Don't shave your beard off. Let them know that God is the power. Sister, don't hate your husband. Be humble and submissive and love him and be the way you should be. Let people know that you serve the Most High God and the Most High God is the power. We face this every single day. You understand? We face it every day. Rock your fringes. Wear your shield. Do it. Stand up for the Most High God and let them know that the Most High God is the power. He's the power. And with that water being on, with the grill being drenched and all of that, don't worry if you got problems in your life. Don't worry about that. You going through something, don't worry about it. Most High God has set it straight. It may not be your way, but it'll be straight. It'll be right. You understand? That's that water we facing every day. The death in our family, the bullets that's flying, addicted family members, and so forth and so on. That's water being poured on our grill. Water being poured on our bullock and on our wood. That's water being there. But what can God do? We're going to see what God can do. We're going to see what God can do with your problem. If you got courage. If you got courage in him, we'll see what God can do with your problem. Keep reading.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 36, in the middle. Let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am thy servant.
That what?
And that I am thy servant.
I'm your servant, God. I'm your child. I'm going to be obedient to you. You understand? And don't let that word get you servant. I ain't no servant. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, my mother would call me, hey! I'll come all the way in the room so I can turn the damn channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm her servant. You know what I'm saying? Just to turn the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you called me all the way from over there so I can just come and turn the channel? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm her servant. And if I didn't do it, guess what? That flip-flop is coming off and I'm going to feel it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we God's service. You should be happy and proud to be a servant and be a great servant. Go ahead.
And that I have done all these things at thy word.
Everything that I'm doing it in your word. That's it. Don't get mystical with it. Just think about being a parent. Just think about being a parent. Think about I'm doing it because of what you said for me to do. That's what I'm doing. You understand? Your mother say your father say you'll take out the garbage, or your mother say take out the garbage. You take out the garbage, you do it. You take it out, put it out there. You did it because of the word that they said. So when you take out the garbage, when you come back in the house, should she smack you in the face? No. You did what you was asked to do, right? So I just saying, look, I'm doing this from your words. You know what I'm saying? What you said. Very simple. Right? Keep in mind, he's going against 450 people. It's just him. It's just him. Right? It's just him. He done poured all types of water and everything on his grill. And he's going to show people that he can still light the grill on fire with water in it. You're going to show the world that you could still be successful when your mother was a crackhead? You're going to still show the world that you could be successful when your father wasn't in your life?
Right.
When you was in prison? When you was on drugs? And all that, you're going to still show the world that your grill can be lit on fire? You're going to do that? That's what this is saying, pretty much. It takes courage to do that. You understand? It takes courage to come out of the depths of hell that you was in and still show the Most High God and show people that he's God.
Right.
You understand? It takes a lot, man. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Verse 37. Hear me, O Most High. Hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Most High power.
Please let them hear me, not so they know that Elijah's the man, but to let people know God is real. God's in charge. You gotta have that faith, black man. You got to have that courage. You gotta have it. If you have it, you want to inspire another brother to have it too, another sister to have it too. Because there's a lot of people that got water poured on their grill, and they don't have the courage. They think they swamped out. They think nothing can happen with this. Nothing can happen with this. Look at this. It's full of water. Nothing can happen. You going to show them that something can happen.
Right.
Your courage will show them something can happen, and something will happen if you have this courage.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 37, at the ending. And that thou hast turned their heart back again.
Back again, that they came back home. That they came back onto who they are. To know who they are. That's why we go on those street corners. Because everybody's grill is watered down. And we trying to let them know, if they turn back, the Lord can put fire to that grill, man. He can cook that meat, and you can eat. You couldn't cook that meat. You can eat with all the water on it. Right? Let's keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 38. Then the fire of the Most High fell and consumed.
It did what?
And consumed.
Go ahead.
The burnt sacrifice.
And
the wood.
And the what?
And the wood. And the stone.
And what else?
And the dust.
Go ahead.
And licked up.
And then what?
And licked up.
Say what?
And licked
Go
up.
ahead.
The water that was in the trench.
The Most High God heard his cry. He heard his cry. They cried out loud. 450 of them. They cried out loud to Buddha and to Virgo and to every whatever else, and to Newport and whatever they were. They cried out to it. We cried out one time, and our God set fire that made the water disappear. Don't water put out fire? Don't water put out fire? Not in this case. The Most High God made fire dry the water up. You mean to tell me he won't dry up a crackhead? He won't dry up a heroin addict, a whoremonger, a sissy? Then he won't dry them up and fix them, make them right? You think you can't get out of your situation, out of your problem? You think that? You ain't got no courage. Well, you need some. Because it's somebody that's in a same predicament or worse than you that needs your courage. You understand? This is a relay race in here. You pass the baton. That's how it go in here. You pass the baton. It's a relay race. We all gonna cross that finish line. We all gonna win. You gonna pass that baton, and then you better get the sprint. You know what I'm saying? And you better pass to that brother or that sister, and let them go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let them race it off. This is a marathon. Your courage is my courage. Your strength is my strength. Weakness is a cancer. Being a coward is a cancer. You understand? Being a punk is a cancer. And I ain't saying don't forgive your brother. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about being a punk for the Most High God. Like you scared to do something because we were like, oh, you an Israelite or whatever you're doing or whatever the case may be, or you might be scared to do something because you can't break the scripture down or the case may be. Don't be a punk, man. Stand up. The Lord is with you. Stand up. You understand? Elijah stood up and the Lord sent fire and sucked that goddamn water up. Read that again. Read it again.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 38. Then the fire of the Most High fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice.
It's consumed what?
And consumed the burnt sacrifice.
What does that mean? Talk to me.
Like if I meant.
You mean?
The fire that fell, it completely covered the bullet.
It burnt the meat.
Yeah,
No, it got the meat. Go ahead.
And the wood.
And the what?
And the wood.
And it consumed the wood. Go ahead. But it don't stop there though. Like, right? It's not just the meat and the wood. Go ahead.
And the stones.
And the what?
And the stones.
And the stones. It even consumed the stones. It didn't stop there though. Go ahead.
And the dust.
And the dust. The what?
And the dust.
The dust. Dust wasn't mentioned through this no time. But it consumed the dust. You think the Lord can't fix your problems? He'll consume your dust. He'll consume your dust. You got a problem, the Lord will get you out your problem and fix your feet fungus at the same time. You understand? And fix your feet fungus at the same time. Things you wasn't even thinking about. You wasn't even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Your pinky toe don't even got a nail on it. The Lord gonna put a nail on it. You know what I'm saying? There you go, your hairline, your skin, all the Lord will fix all of that. You think it's the goddamn aloe vera, you know what I'm saying? It's the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You giving avocado treatments and cucumbers and all that on your eyeball. It's the Lord. The Lord will fix everything. He'll clean up your dust. You understand what I'm saying? If you have courage. If you have courage in him. Like, I'm going to stand on this. I'm still, and it may seem rocky. You may have 40 or fewer people coming at you. They won't come at you. They'll be talking and rumbling and so on and so on and calling you a troublemaker and all of this and then another 450 of them. And it's just you. What you gonna do, man? You understand what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You got to stand in that courage, man. You know why? Because there's another brother that's gonna be attacked too. Another sister that's gonna be attacked too. And they need to know about your courage in this situation. And you can say, you know what? I can get through this too. He did it. And he told me if I do it like this, I'll get through it. Let me do it. Let me try it. What do I have to lose? You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 38 at the ending. And licked up the water that was in the trench.
You understand? And even the fire even dried, licked it up. When you lick something up, I mean, you ever see a dog lick up the bowl? I mean, he cleans it out. You understand what I'm saying? It licked up the water. How the fire burnt up the water. That's the God we serve. That's the God we serve. The fire burnt up the water. That's the God that we serve.
Right.
That ain't Buddha. That ain't Muhammad.
Right.
You understand? That's not the yoga God or the weed God or whatever that is. That ain't Zeus. That's not a Capricorn. That's none of that.
Right.
That's your palm readings, that's none of that. Our God takes fire and burns up water. That's what our God does. And not that he just does, he does it when we cry to him.
Right.
He answers. Them other gods don't answer. You understand? You in the Israelite school of UPK, we don't do funerals, we do weddings.
Right.
That's what we do. We don't do funerals. One brother, maybe two brothers have passed away, but everybody's getting married. Everybody's having babies. We create life over here. You know why? Because we serve a living God.
Right.
We don't do funerals. We do weddings. That's what we do over here. We commence. You understand what I'm saying? Christian church, they do funerals.
Right.
That's what they do. They die over there. In the Israelite school of UPK and the convention of YAHANNA, we do weddings and give birth. That's what we do over here. Can't you just see it? Like, you can't see that? All you gotta do is look. Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
Right.
You just ask yourself, since I've been to UPK, how many funerals have I been to? Since I've been to UPK, how many weddings have I seen? How many people getting married out here? Being together forever, having babies and things.
Right.
How much have I seen of that? You see it every day, all across the earth. Brothers and sisters getting married, having babies, and just loving each other to death. That's what we give out here. You understand what I'm saying? Because we serve the Most High God. We got courage in the Most High God.
Right.
Keep going.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 39. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces.
Go ahead.
And they said, the Most High, He is the power.
Say it again.
The Most High, He is the power.
Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. The Most High God is the power. Not Buddha. Not the Hindu God. Not all other garbage. The Most High God is the power. You have to have courage in that in order for that truth to come out, though.
Right.
You got to have courage in that for that to come out. It has to be proven. So that means you got to stick with it. Through the hard times, through 450 people coming against you. Through all of that, you got to stick with it. Most High God, He'll take fire and burn up your water. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
That's the God we serve, sis.
Christian.
Huh?
Christian.
Yeah, that's another God somewhere. Ain't it Kushner? A Kushner, whatever that, all that garbage. All of it's garbage. All the same goddamn thing to me. All right? All that garbage. You understand? All that stuff gonna get destroyed when it comes to Most High God. But you have to represent Him right. When I say you, I mean we as a people, not anybody specifically. Right? Let's keep reading. Go ahead, write your note. Go ahead, no sweat. After you write it, just go ahead and keep reading. Ain't no sweat, brother. Get them notes in. You're gonna need those. I need those. White man's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand that? Every day we battle him. Every single day. And some people say, why would you say that? I got nice white friends. I ain't talking about your white friends. I'm talking about your white friends' grandparents that gave them a privilege over you. That's what I'm speaking about. Okay?
This lady, like, where I live at, with my neighbors, she has like Edomite coming to the house now. I didn't see that before.
Edomite do what?
Comes to our house.
Oh, yeah?
Sister, yeah.
And look, I ain't surprised. It happens. You know what I mean? It happens. That's it. All a white girl got to do is get some big bamboo earrings or something, and whatever the case may be, and act black. She's welcomed. You know what I'm saying? White boy get a shape up and can shoot it, dunk the ball or something. He's down. You know. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep moving on. All right. Go ahead.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 40. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal.
Now, this is where we get into what should happen if you serve white Jesus. What should happen if you serve Muhammad? If you serve Allah? What should happen? If you serve the astrology gods and all of the Virgos and Scorpios and all of that garbage? What if you serve them? What if you serve yourself? What should happen to you? What should happen when you don't want to do what the Most High God says to do? Let's see what Elijah says should happen, and let's just see what happened. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 40. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal.
Take all of them that believed in that garbage. Take all of them that believed in that garbage. This includes who? Your mother, your father, your grandmama, your granddaddy, your sister, your brother, your kids, whoever. Anybody who went against the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Anybody that went against them and wanted to serve Kemet and wanted to be a Nuwabian and wanted to be some other garbage out there, all of them. This book ain't about feelings. It's about facts. All of them that serve all. Go ahead.
Let not one of them escape.
Don't let none of them go. None of them are going to go. They all going to get it. All of them. They're going to get it. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel it. Go ahead.
And they took them.
They did what?
And they took them.
And they grabbed them up. Go ahead.
And Elijah brought them down to the brook of Kishon.
And where?
To the brook of Kishon.
And what did he do?
And slew them.
He did
there.
what?
And slew them.
No,
there.
he talked to him. He said, peace, Jesus be loving you. What did he say? What did he do?
And slew them there.
No, he hugged them. Go ahead.
And slew them there.
No, he forgave them.
And slew them
Yeah,
there.
he killed them. You understand? 450 of them. Go ahead.
Is this a story that they refer to in the prayers?
Well, in Psalms 83, in the book of Kishon. You got it. Yeah, you got it. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 41. And Elijah said unto Ahab,
Uh-huh.
get thee up,
Uh-huh.
eat and drink,
Uh-huh.
for there is a sound of abundance of rain.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Verse 42. So Ahab went up to eat and to drink, and Elijah went up to the top of Carmel,
Uh-huh.
and he cast himself down upon the earth
Uh-huh.
and put his face between his knees.
Go ahead.
Verse 43. And said to his servant, go up now, look toward the sea. And he went up and looked and said, there is nothing. And he said, go again 7 times.
You understand? Listen, Ahab got humbled right now. He got humbled. He seen Elijah was the real deal. He seen Elijah was full of courage and full of strength. And that the Most High God was with Elijah. You understand? He tried to play Elijah's God. Like he wasn't real. When Elijah challenged him, he took the challenge on. Like he could defeat it and beat it. Nah, nigga, you can't. You understand? And keep that same courage, black folks. Keep that same courage. Don't let nobody try to act like they can defeat you out here because you're an Israelite and you don't really know the scriptures. They're going to try to pull a scripture you might not know, you might not understand, might not have got the breakdown, but just remember this. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
They don't know what they're talking about. You understand? Keep that courage. Keep that courage of being you and serving the Most High God, man. Don't let nobody pressure you into doing a goddamn thing. You serve the Most High God with all your strength, and you're going to defeat 450 prophets, man. It's very easy, very simple. You understand? So you go out, we go out the camp and go in that microphone. This is how we think. We're going to do 450 these niggas.
Right.
I'm saying niggas just as a word, but we're going to 450 these demons out here. Bring it on. You understand? Every day you wake up, just know 450 demons you want to fight. Maybe more, but at least 450. This is what you're going to. You're going to battle this every day. Have courage. Have courage. You understand? Have courage and strength out here, because we need it. We need it. We have to have it.
Right.
You understand? Let's get a few more scriptures. I think that's it on that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah, that's going to be it on that. You know what I'm saying? We can drop that. You understand? Go to the book of James. Book of James, chapter 1. The book of James, chapter 1, and let's start at verse 22. All right?
James chapter 1, verse 22. Or Akimaku, you have it?
God.
Hold on. Get a sister sometime.
What page, James?
James, it might be around the 1400s. It's right after the book of Hebrews.
3:31.
No. Yeah, it's right after Hebrews. We'll go to the book of James, chapter 1, start at verse 22. I'm going to try to run this down just a little bit. All right, James chapter 1, verse 22. Say, go through the whole thing again.
Okay. James chapter 1, verse 22. Or Akimaku, you have it?
God.
Sign Christ. Let's get it.
But be ye doers of the word.
Say it again.
But be ye doers of the word.
What does that mean? But be ye doers of the word. What does that mean?
Say it. Do it, don't say it. So I don't know.
Huh?
Do it, don't say it.
Right. You're right. That's right. This is the hand.
That's right.
That's right. That's it. Yeah, do it. Don't just say it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. That's it. The Lord said don't steal from your brother. Don't do it. The Lord said don't sleep with his wife. Don't do it. The Lord said love your brother. Forgive your brother. Cherish your brother. Do it. Be on one accord with your brother. Do it. And I mean sisters too.
Right.
Same thing with sisters too. That's how it's supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Don't cheat your brother. We got laws on not cheating your brother. I can't sell you something and say, yeah, brother, this is leather right here, and it's really pleather.
Right.
There's laws against that. I can't do that to you. The Chinese man, he'll say some Jordans, and Shaq is on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't pay $150 for Air Shacks. You understand? We can't do that to each other, man.
Right.
The Lord put in place where if I find a dead deer outside, I can't sell that to you, and I can't eat it either. But I can take that dead deer that I don't know how it died and sell it to a heathen.
Right.
That's how much the Lord loves us. Come on now. Come on now.
It's like, you said it good.
If I find a dead deer outside, I'll go outside, there's a dead deer laying there. I can't get that dead deer and sell it to you. Say, yo, nigga, that's some meat. I can't sell it to you. I can't eat it either. Because I don't know how that thing died. It just died. But me and you can take that deer and chop it up and go right to the trading place. Like, yo, we got some meat. You know what I'm saying? That's in the scriptures. That's in the scriptures that we can sell them that meat, but we can't indulge in that meat.
Right.
That's how much the Most High God is separating us from these people.
Right.
You understand? He's separated from them people. I can sell you that meat. I can't sell you that though. You know why I can't sell you that? You know why? Nigga, because I love you.
That's right.
And I don't know how that shit died. I don't know how that died, and it might affect you, and then that would affect me. It would hurt me to sit here and watch you throw up and shit on yourself and wither away because I sold you some garbage.
Right.
It would hurt. It should hurt for me to sell you crack and watch you wither away and watch your teeth come out your goddamn mouth and see your kids be all jammed up and messed up, and it should bother me. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like this is why the Bible is a moral compass right here. We don't do that to each other, man. We don't do it. I can't even sell you bad meat. I'm gonna sell you crack. I'm gonna sell you heroin, sell you weed, and K2 and Molly and perks and whatever else is out there. What's cough syrup or whatever? Whatever. I'm gonna sell you that and watch you die slow. But there's a law. I can't even sell you random meat that I find on. I can't even do that.
Right.
Why would I do that to you? Right? So let's be doers of this word.
God.
If you're going to be a doer of this word. If you're going to be really about this lifestyle, then be a doer of it then. Don't do that to a brother. Don't do that to a sister. Serve the Most High God. In order to be a doer, you have to have what? To be about it. What you gotta have?
Courage.
You gotta have courage to be a doer. No, I ain't doing that. I'm good. Now come on, bro. Everybody pressure you to do something. You say, nah, I'm good. You gotta have courage. You understand?
God.
You gotta have courage. You gotta be a duck. Be in the water, but don't get wet. You understand? And you need that, especially if you deal with your cousins and your friends and all that in the world still, nigga, they're gonna be like, come on now, nigga, come on. One time, God created bud, nigga. You gotta have courage, brother. Gotta have courage. You understand? Your wife might want you to do something. You can't just say happy birthday. One time it's just 3 words. You know, it's just 2 words. Happy birthday. That's all it is. You can't do. No, you can't. Have courage. Be a doer of this word. Keep reading.
And not hearers only.
Don't just hear the word, but live it, like Elijah did. He lived this word. Go ahead.
Deceiving your own selves.
Verse
23. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
It's like you're just looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? It's not even being you. You're just like looking in the mirror, looking at yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that is. It's like you're just looking in the mirror at yourself. Looking at the man that you should be or want to be, whatever the case may be. Just looking in the mirror. Keep going.
Verse 24. For he beholdeth himself.
He sees himself. He watching himself. Go ahead.
And goeth his way.
But he goes about his own business. He does what he wants to do. You look in the mirror and tell yourself, this nigga right here that I see, he gonna get it. YOLO. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
And straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
He forgets who he really was. Don't gaze in the mirror at what you see. Close your eyes, turn to the east, and be the man that you should be.
Right.
You understand? Don't gaze in the mirror and all of that garbage about, the man you want to be or who you think you should be. It's going to throw you off. Now, I ain't saying don't look in the mirror. You got to make sure your nose is dangling, you ain't got no boogers in your eyes and all of that. I ain't saying don't look in the mirror. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't be all mesmerized about yourself and all of that. Focus on what the Lord wants you to do.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word.
Say it again.
But a doer of the word.
He's not a forgetful hearer. He remembers what he heard. And he's a what?
But a doer of the work.
He didn't forget what he heard, and he does the work. He serves the Lord. He loves the Lord. He's with the Lord. Just like Elijah that we just read. You understand? Keep going.
This man shall be blessed in his deeds.
And you'll be blessing your deeds, man. You'll be blessing the things that you do.
Right.
If you have courage enough to be a doer of the word. You understand? Your courage in God will encourage other brothers and other sisters, man.
Right.
Be a doer of the word, not just a hearer. You don't got to be perfect at the Hebrew and pull out a lot of books and all of that, but you better be a doer of the word. You better live this word. It better be injected into your bloodstream, and it better be a part of you.
Right.
This word of God should be a part of you like AIDS was a part of us. Right. Like high cholesterol and diabetes and cancer was a part of us. Like addiction was a part of us. The word of God should be a part of you even more than that.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how we should be. It's all good. Look. We have a lot of fun. I like to joke around, have fun, and all of that. But there's some things that are serious. That's not for play.
Right.
And this is not for play. This is not for play. You got to live this life, love the Most High God, have it deep down in your spirit. You understand me? You got to have it deep down in your spirit to serve the Most High God. The same way Elijah went against some 450 people. You go against some people every day. And don't forget it. You go against them every day. Right. Now what you going to do? The Lord see you in the dark, brother. He see you in the dark. You can do whatever you want to do in front of me. I don't give a damn. The Lord see you, right? Right. You got to stay diligent, stay strong, stay zealous. You know what I'm saying? Stay on point. You got to do it. It is mandatory that we do it. You understand? Be a doer of this word, not just a hearer. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
That's it. And be courageous, man, because somebody else out there that you may not have even met yet, he needs your courage because he don't have enough. He needs a jump start, and you the man to do it. You understand? I'm done with that. Pastor, the peace on the show.
Clap it up for the class.